Talk on the screen here. Facebook, YouTube, and let's get TikTok up. Why is it saying battery? Oh, why I said battery need to be replaced. Never heard of that before. Alright, let's get TikTok. Let's get TikTok. But by the way, anyway, good morning, everybody. It's Saturday morning. And so we back at it again. For those who want to learn how to play the organ, and want to learn how to play the organ, well, let's get TikTok in. Let's get TikTok in. Organ. Can I spell organ? All right, organ. All right. And we want to do this daily as much as we can. All right. So let's get TikTok on in. 2, 3, 4. Pow! TikTok is in. All right. Good morning, TikTok. Good morning. I've already said good morning to Facebook and YouTube. I'm gonna try to figure out how I can get Instagram on here, all on one device I have left over is my iPad, but I need the iPad to do what I need to do. Actually, I probably should use my Mac. My Mac over here got the camera on there. Forgot about that. So anyways, we're here again at the organ. I did bring some tools. I was going to go down here to the pedals and straighten out my B pedal, but I'll do it later. I'm not in a hurry, and I can still play it either way, so I ain't tripping. Well, I am tripping, but I'm not tripping. It's pretty simple. There's a casing. I think mine's have 2 different type of bolts on there. One for the Philly and one for the regular Phillips screwdriver and regular screwdriver. So I have to use 2 of them. Sometimes I usually use my drill. So, and then once I remove the casing from there, then all I need is the wrench, which I put over there, and get the casing off. But the thing is, I wanted to make sure that it may not be the case that the pedals is loose. It may be the contact. So basically, there's this little long stem at the end of the pedals, and what happens is, over a period of time, stepping down on your pedals on when you get on the organ or when you play an organ, you can cause that little, I call it the little metal stem, to kind of slightly bend up a little bit. And so if it's not either straight or slightly bent at the tip of the contact, then that's what I'm trying to feel for there. And I feel it is getting contact, but sometimes that contact that's down there, that's a whole nother ballgame there. I will have to open up the casing down there where the pedals is to get to the contacts. It could be dusty, stuff like that. Dust could have gotten into it, or because we had some earthquakes here. My flooring in here may have shifted a little bit. Okay, so it could be a multiple different things. That's why that's happening. But I was feeling for it before I even try to mess with it, because it's not loose. It's not like bouncing. So I didn't really want to go in there and be, because if it was loose, it would be doing this. Like that, it will be bouncing like like that. But none of my pedals is doing that. And the contacts, now I'm doing it. No problem today. That's funny today. All of a sudden, maybe it's because it's cold. And I took the contact off B on the top here and replaced it with one of the areas that doesn't have always going bad on one of the stems. I call it stem, metal stems. And and so what happens is over a period of time when you playing on your organ, or like I said, or you stepping onto the organ, you can cause that contact, that little metal piece, to either bend out of place, or the contact itself that's in down at the bottom of the base of the organ, where the contact is supposed to come down, and it's like a little pin, and it gives you sound. Every time I step down on the pedal, it's supposed to make that contact. So it could have gotten some dust down there. Maybe I'll probably get me my little is it charged up? My little portable blower, and I can probably just blow away the dust. Cause right now it's no problem. That's funny though. Today, the other day was tripping out. Perfectly fine today. That's funny. So maybe because I had probably gotten some dust in there. Who knows? All right. Enough of that talk. Oh, I forgot. I put my Okay, let me see how I'm gonna figure this out. Let me hear this for a second. I put the I mic'd up the organ on this side. I had the organ mic'd up on the bottom on the other side, but now I got the mic mic'd up on the horns. I was like, why is it so loud? And the crazy thing is, I don't even have this turned up. No, okay, now you can hear my Leslie spinning. I gotta get that fixed next. That's probably gonna be annoying in my ears, hearing that Leslie swooping so fast. But it sounds so good. That, oh Lord, oh Lord, oh that sounds so doggone good in my ears. Alright, I had to pull that mic back. Oh Lord, I don't even have the bass turned up on the on my what you call it. Now let me give some bass there. Now turn it down in my ears now. That's funny because when you mic up your stuff, it gives a whole different. And have your stuff mic'd up. That's funny to me. Anyway, so here I am today, and I'm gonna try to stick to my plan. I'm gonna try to stick to my plan. As I might would say, no matter what, stick to my practice plan. Y'all seen what I did yesterday for those who came on yesterday. But before I get going, Play by Sight edition number 1, the hardcover, paper cover, paperback, if you want to call it that, in the hardcover, in a digital download, available since June 2nd of this year, with some dope fat chords in here that's gonna change your life forever. Especially if you don't know a lot of chords, it's in the book. And then I took it to a whole nother level with my second book, and drop some more dope chords. This is the paperback. My hardcover is available as of the 15th of this month, October 15, 2025. The paperback was already available, as well as the digital download was already available back in September 25th and 26th. So I have 2 books out. 2 books out that's got killing chords in there, dope chords in there, nothing confusing, everything is straightforward. It's like ridiculously straightforward, basically. So we don't have no more excuses of not knowing what we need to learn, and this is the reason why I'm able to play the stuff that I play. and eventually I'm gonna empty out whatever I had stored up for you all. Oh, sort of. Actually, I'm gonna say it like this: stored up for myself at first, but then the Lord put it on my heart that I should be able to share this with you guys. So I've stored up chords up the yang yang, if you will, and I want to make them publicly to everybody that want to learn how to play the keyboard. If you can see it, you can play it. All right. If you got two eyes or one eye, and you really want to learn how to play some chords, and you really want to learn how to play, I got you. All right. So we would go from the exercises of scale. All right. In all 12 keys, we are addressing major moves, minor moves, augmented moves, and 7, major 7 sharp 5, diminished 7, all right, dominant chord. I'm telling you, these chords is people think that you're not hearing this stuff. You will hear them. You're going to hear them. You will hear them. You're going to hear them. And you're going to learn how to play them. All right, what I stopped at? Major 7, sus 2, sus 4, secret sauce chord, and tritone. All right, okay. You're going to learn this stuff. All right, you got to learn them in all 12 keys. So I dropped it in the book specifically for every musician on this planet. I don't care if you are male, female, young, old. It don't matter what creed you are, what color, what nationality you are. Get these chords. I don't care where you at in the world. Get them. Learn this. You need them. All right. And so you're gonna be able to play some pop music with this chords. You're gonna be able to play gospel music with this chords. You're gonna be able to play jazz music with this chord. You're gonna be able to play some R&B. Yes, all of that. Right? Yes, it's in the book. I'm sorry y'all had to wait so long for somebody to come up with a book like that, but yes, yours truly has finally got it published this year. I definitely wanted to have it published back in 23, at least at the latest, but I took extreme illness till almost unto death, almost, I should say. I know it's not funny to say that, but it is pretty much close to it. Yeah, I was pretty much there almost. Had I not caught the situation that I was going through earlier, yeah, if I had not caught it earlier, I probably 9 out of 10 would not even be here today. All right, so with that being said, I was like, Lord, let me live long enough to at least get this book out. At least the first one, at least. All right, at least let me get the first one out. I wasn't for sure what was going to happen after I got the book out, but as y'all can see, I'm still here. All right, I ain't gonna get too emotional with it, but yes, I'm still here. Somebody's probably saying, "What happened, man? What's going on?" Don't get valley fever. But if you get pneumonia of any type, valley fever is around the corner, waiting to get you. One thing about having the flu, catching a cold, maybe an allergy attack. What's the other one? Sinus attacks. What's the other one my wife was mentioning? I can't remember. Hay fever attacks. All of those upper respiratory attacks. That's sometimes it knock on the door and let you know it's coming. COVID, it will knock on the door and let you come. It's coming. But valley fever, it don't knock on the door and let you know it's coming. Valley fever will pop out, and next you know, you either gonna live or you gonna be out of here. So yeah, I didn't get no knock on the door, letting me know, hey, yo, I'm fixing to attack your body right now, bud. No, sir. No, ma'am. Didn't see that coming. Yes, the um, infection that I ended up getting was walking pneumonia. However, walking pneumonia did not attack me the way it did about 19 years earlier, y'all. But the craziest thing was I remembered one of the symptoms out of the other many of symptoms that I had when I had walking pneumonia. Yes, pneumonia. And luckily, I would say not want to even use that word luckily, but the Lord allowed me to remember something that happened to me years earlier when I ended up contracting walking pneumonia. And I didn't even know I had it. That's the craziest thing. I did not know I even had that. So it snuck up on me, and I thought I was just basically having an allergy attack. So I was dealing with it based upon that, taking all the stuff that I need to take for having allergy attacks, and kind of find out that when I couldn't breathe, that was terrifying for me, out of my mouth and the nose, and having to rush to the hospital by myself in my car to try to get some help. And then kind of find out I actually had what they call bronchitis, and bronchitis turned into walking pneumonia or pneumonia, which I was this close of losing it that day, right? That particular year, and I can't remember, it was about 19 years ago, 19 years ago earlier, and I was that close, like that close of kicking the bucket then, and only because I was ignoring the fact that I was feeling sick, but I thought it was something that I can go and do to take different stuff to get well, and come to find out it wasn't an allergy attack I was dealing with, it was walking pneumonia the whole time, and had no idea that's what it was. So ultimately, I was healed from that. It took about a month or two to recover from that because I waited too long. I waited weeks and weeks. Actually, I was dealing with this for a month, and I kept saying something ain't right, something ain't right. But then when it got to a point where I would lay down, went to sleep, and it woke me up when I couldn't breathe, and I was like, oh. Okay, that ain't good. I jumped in my car, raced to the hospital, and the doctor's like, "Can you talk?" And I couldn't speak. I couldn't talk. I was weak. I was just toe up, and it was like, "Respiratory stat code, blah blah blah. Rush him in. Let's go." That's all I can remember, y'all. Next I know, they're telling me, I kind of overheard the doctor saying at some point, "Hey, he had bronchitis," and then immediately I went right into walking pneumonia. Basically, she told me pretty much, if I had not come in and just laid there and just didn't do anything, I would have been, my wife probably would have had to come home and bury me, because I would have been dead. Alright, so this valley fever, this time around in 23, it didn't hit me nowhere near the first time around, but there was one symptom along that process, and it was the pain that I was having, the massive pain. No matter what I was taking, that remained as a memory in my mind that, you know what, bro, you remember you had that pain in your left side or your right side? That was my lungs, y'all. My lungs was about to collapse, and I didn't know it at the time. I just thought I was having an allergy attack again. That's it. But this time I had none of that. One day I'm getting ready to clock out from work, I'm coming down the hallway, and bam! This pain hit me to the side, and I was like, almost put me to the floor, and I was like, wait a minute, hold on. But at the time, I couldn't think. I thought I might have twisted something. I might have got up the wrong way. I might have bent over, picked up something the wrong way. I thought I twisted something out of place. And come to find out, within 12 hours later, eventually, yes, 12 hours, no, it was 18 hours later, then I decided to go to the ER. And they thought that I was having an appendix issue, so they was going to do a procedure. And I was like, no, hold on. I barely could talk. And I was like, wait a minute, hold on, let me think. So a patient pops in with a loved one and a nurse, and he was there. and the patient started. He was having some massive pain, and the patient was like, he was asking the patient, "What's going on?" He's like, "Hey, the patient was trying to speak. He couldn't talk. It was so unbearable. The pain was so unbearable." But I kind of overheard him say, I had walking pneumonia, or I had pneumonia or whatnot, and I think it's coming back to attack me again. As soon as he said that, the revelation came, and I was like, you know what? I bet you that's what I'm having again. 19 years later. So he come back over, say, "What's up, man? We get ready to do this procedure on you." I'm like, "Hold on, no. Test me for pneumonia." And sure enough, that's what it was. But the problem was, no one knew I had valley fever at the same time, because pneumonia can trigger valley fever. By the way, y'all look it up. Look it up. It can trigger. It's like a fungus that you breathe out in the air. You don't know it's in your body. It just sits there, wait for a while, dormant, whatever, until it decides it wants to attack you. You don't necessarily have to have low immunity, if I should say it like that, or your immune system doesn't necessarily have to drop low. Because I felt great. I was feeling fine, 100%, totally 100% fine that day, all week. November 1, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and the 7th, and the 8th. And just out of the blue, BAM! The pain hit me to the side, just from out of nowhere. No knock on the door, "Hey, I'm getting ready to come and get you." I ain't had that, y'all. That ain't happened. So, y'all feel some kind of way, don't hesitate. I did it. I did hesitate for a minute, for like 18 hours. And then that's when they diagnosed me with with pneumonia. But the problem was when they discharged me after being hospitalized for 4 days, and I went home 6, and I was still suffering. And I even told the doctor before they released me, I said, something still ain't right. If y'all got treated for 4 days for hospitalized 4 days, 4 nights, that pneumonia thing should kind of like subsided now. I should be feeling back to normal. And I was like, something ain't right. She's like, "I think you're going to be all right. Go take this medication for the next 6 days or so, or whatever, 7 days, antibiotic. And if it do persist, then come back." Shoot, 6 days in, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. I really actually thought I was finna kick the bucket. My wife was like, "Come on, let's go. We got to get you to the hospital." Got me to the hospital just in the nick of time. Doctor comes in and say, "Yo, I think I know what you got going on." I'm like, "What?" He said, "Aside to what you already been going through, I have a feeling that you have valley fever." And I'm like, "What?" And he was like, "Yep, valley fever, buddy. You ain't going home for the rest of the month." Listen, y'all, I was getting ready for my birthday party celebration. I was ready for it. I was like, but yeah, I was disappointed. But yeah, so that was my first hospitalization in November 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th, 4 days, and then 6 days later, I ended up having to go back in the hospital in November. I think it was like the 20th or 21st, and spent the whole rest of the month in the hospital. They did release me the day before my birthday, which was cool. They probably shouldn't have, but I wanted to go home. I felt like if I'm gonna die, don't let me die in the hospital. I want to die at home. Some people say, "No, don't die in the hospital when they can kick here." I don't want to die in the hospital. Take me home where I want to be. But anyway, so I got past that, y'all. It was not a good thing. It was definitely a struggle, majorly struggle, huge struggle. So when you can't eat, you can't sleep because of the pain. You can't stand on your 2 feet, and then you got people taking care of you, like washing your face, brushing your teeth, and brushing your hair, cleaning you off in the hospital where you can't do it for yourself. I know now what that feel like. I feel like my manhood was out the window. So yeah, I feel my dignity was out the window. But yeah, you know what, y'all? At the end of the day, I think had I not waited, but I didn't know. If I'd known
that I had valley fever, if it was that serious, I would have said, okay, you know. But my wife knew it was serious because when I fell down and I told her I didn't want to go to the hospital, she was like, you gotta go. I don't care what you say, I'll call it. But I was beckoning her not to. That's my fault. My bad. I think I would have been treated with this earlier on, then I wouldn't have to go through this suffering for almost, now it's 2025. So most of my, and I'm gonna say most of it, praise the Lord. Um, I'm not 100% cured, but I would say I'm 99 maybe. Um, so I'll see what my results gonna be next week for my doc to see if I'm 100%, 110% healed from this craziness. You don't want valley fever. All right, let me get to this lesson, y'all. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go through all that, but I'm just saying to say this. I'm here. I'm trying to get these books out for every musician who out there want to learn how to play stuff. I got you as long as I'm still breathing. All right, that's my intentions is get these dope chords out there, get these books out there, so every musician out there who don't know how to play all this nuts stuff, this I call it nonsense, but all this stuff, your minor nines in different routes, you know, your A flat act twos. There's so many different ways to approach this stuff, and all this stuff is in my book now. As a matter of fact, I've added a whole bunch of chords. This book allowed me to get to 25 chapters. Over here in my first book, I did 18 chapters. I had to stop at 18 chapters because I still was sick at the time. So I was only able to get 18 off, 18 chapters done in this book. But this time around, I got to feeling a lot better, inspired over here and there and there, here and there and there, here and there and there, until I finally was able to push out 25 chapters in this book. So you're going to have 25 chapters of just blazing nice, beautiful chords that we hear our favorite musicians be doing, and so y'all gonna be left out in the dark. And eventually I'll have all these chords in there in different routes, different ways of the musicians playing stuff, and yeah. So yeah, it's I have my third book already in the making. So y'all pray for me that I'll get that completed. And I think what I might end up doing is doing the fourth book all at the same time, so that way I can kind of drop two books probably at once, maybe. But it's costly, y'all. It ain't cheap. So yeah. As I was about to allude to earlier, I'm back. Trying to get back into the swing of this, and I put stuff in front of me, so I'm not playing the laziness. Not trying to practice or whatever. And I did talk about practice and bite-sized practice, where you can learn stuff, you know, slowly, or you know, and there's nothing wrong with repeating stuff that you may, learning, because repetition is the man's best friend until you, what they say, is a word for it, until you have developed your style. It took me a minute to develop my style. And some people may say, where you get your style from is from a multiple people me listening to. And then I've already had a style in my mind that I wanted to have to begin with. I've always wanted to have a smooth style. I didn't want no sloppy, tacky type of style. I always wanted to have a smooth mood. And everything is precise. And I just wanted to have a smooth sound. Everybody, there's different styles you can end up playing. Sloppy, clean, smooth, or whatever. So there's different types of ways, but you have to decide on where you want to be at in your playing. So I've already had this before I even got going, before I even touched the organ or anything like that. I was always mesmerized by listening to other musicians. I'm like, man, I want a smooth sound like that. I want to sound smooth. I want to, when I get to the organ, I want to be, you know. I want to be smooth with it. Right? You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be all tacky with it, you know, so I wanted to be smooth with it. I didn't want to have that. All right. So yeah, I wanted my style to be pretty smooth, right? Yeah, in the beginning I started this way. I still play this. But I might approach it differently. I may approach it now differently from where I was at before. That's only because of gaining chords over time. I transcribed chords. I started transcribing chords, y'all, probably in really getting into it deeply was in 2000. Actually, I moved here in 2000, so let me take that back. 04. 03, 03, 04 is when I really started getting crazy with transcribing stuff, making up my own stuff, also listening to other ideas from other musicians, and start doing what I do. So let's just say I'm taking something that I came up with my own stuff, right? And y'all probably say, hey, you don't know how to play this. I mean, I have to learn it myself, and I do it bite-sized practice. So once I get the moves down, I remember it, and I keep it pushing. But here's one thing I would say: if you don't use it, you lose it. So I can sit here and play this stuff all day long. 22 chords progression. Right? I created a 22 chord progression. I can sit here all day and play this, but remember to memorize it, or more or less to use it somewhere. I can sit here all day and play everything over here in my face. Anything I put in my face, I'll play. But if I don't remember it or use it anywhere, then yeah, I just kind of just went through the motion, so to speak. So I have that kind of situation where I was just, it's not me practicing, it's just me just saying, can I play this? Oh, okay, can I play this move? Ooh, that's me. This is my writing, y'all. This is me. This ain't nobody else writing. This is me transcribing my own stuff. See, what's the next move? What's that? G? Hold on. I do that. Hold on, so. I do all this other. Okay, let me play straight. Okay. Now I'm supposed to go to A now. Diminished move, so let me do it again. So what I do is when I bite-sized practice, I practice stuff to see, like, you know, okay, like, how this is gonna sound when I get to the organ. And then see, B flat. What's that I'm doing? Let's see, minor. Hold on, I forgot. How am I approaching this? B, and then D flat, and A flat. Oh, okay. Okay, how am I approaching that? Oh. Okay. Alright, I have to remember what I'm doing. I'll do that in ooh. But the rate. That's me doing my thing. Okay, let me do it again. And then here it is. Okay, so what was I doing? Most of my ideas, I'm creating talk music, but it's a combination of chords moving from different songs that I came up with. So I said, and then I gotta remember my own stuff. That's crazy, y'all. I think it's this one. Oh. That's what it is. Let me try that again. I might have to change something. Hold on. Oh, that's what it was. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Keep the whole motion so I'm not moving my hand off the keyboard. You know, then. That also sounds cool too. But I'm gonna do this. That's what it's supposed to be. Go back to it. And alright, so that's my little moves that I written some time ago. Back in doing COVID, I was writing my own chord progressions. Alright, so little bit by little bit, when you practice bite-sized practice, you don't have to spend 4-5 hours doing stuff. I know y'all probably see me do this stuff for 4 hours on the videos. But once I know what I want to do, it's pretty much a wrap. I already, 2 minutes or less. Wherever I want to go, right? And then I'll be. Every time I go around and do this, I come up with something in my mind. That's not on paper, but every time I go around, I come up with something else. I know how to write music too, y'all. Just in case somebody wondering, but that's not something that I want to do as far as like writing songs. Yeah, but I can do it, but I just don't do it. Write your own song. Or alright, so I'm gonna do my thing again. And it's about how you want to set up the draw, boys. If you want that smooth. And then, you know. Or. Alright, so I have my options, so, or where I want to go with it. Alright, so that's what I would do, y'all. I'm back! Trying to get back on it, alright? Alright. And this is how I'm able to get my plan to go where I want it to go. Instead of, you know. Now I want to play chord. Sound like the pro. You know. Now I want to sound like the pros. Okay, now what's my next step? So that was 1 chord, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This technically was A, or actually 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that was a 12 chord progressional move. The whole total chorus was supposed to be 22 chords movements that I was doing. Right? So I'll practice on that. This is my first time doing it in a while. Gonna be throwing the twist to it. You know, or. Alright, so now let's get to my next move. Let me see what I have going on in the next move. May the force be with me. And then I go to B. Is familiar chords that I already play. Alright, so you can go F or B. Alright, so then create chop music. Also, I can create a groove from it. Like I said, I can do songs with it and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, bump, bump, da da, da da, then da. Alright. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Alright, so that's how I will practice, y'all. Y'all catch me in my for real practice mode on how I would do it if I'm trying to get better in my craft. It's one thing, like I said, listening to other musicians doing stuff, alright, so you can sound good listening to whatever they're doing, and you just incorporate it into your plan as well. So I do a combination of me do what I do, and then I'm gonna do a combination of what I gather what other people might be doing that I might think that I can't do, and I end up being able to do it because I'm the transcriber and the writer of my chords. I did this, I've been doing it since, like I said, since 03, 04 transcribing. I got so much foolishness, this is ridiculous. Alright, this is just one little stack that I said, let me commit to it. Another stack's over here, another stack's over there. Some more in my closet, so I'm just overwhelmed by so much stuff that, hey, you know what, but you gotta start somewhere. I think that was my motto from before. Yeah, I gotta start somewhere, alright? I remember my old manager back in the day said, hey, Andre, you know, I know this is your new adventure in your job, but you know, you gotta start somewhere, right? I'm like, yeah, but you know, this is gonna be rough. He said, that's okay. It's gonna be all right. You gotta start somewhere, right? Mistakes and all. Maybe I should take. How y'all think I'm figuring this out? Let's see what mic is on. Guess I have to shut this mic down. Oh, because that mic is too close. I might have to unconnect that mic. But yeah, how y'all think I'm doing it? Slow motion. Okay, I forgot to roll back up anyway, but so you're going right there. I forgot to roll back up. So it's the scale, y'all. The E scale. All right, but omitting the 4. You're gonna omit the 4 in that scale. I think I might have to disconnect that. Hold on, y'all. This mic, I thought it was gonna work for me. Nope. All right, I think that should help. Yep. All right. Oh Lord. So yeah, the mic, right? If you repeat the same thing, it's the scale. Alright? It's the scale. Alright, so yeah. Right? So if you know your E scale, you're gonna know you 5, 6, 1. 5, 6, 1. Y'all heard it. 5, 6, 1, 5, 6. Yeah, y'all know 5, 6, 1. 5, 6, 5, 1. 5, 5, 5, 5, 6, 5, 1. That's the run. And then just kind of twang it in. 2. Okay, now this out of the E scale, which is playing the 2 up. And then we put the 5 here. So 2 up, 5. That's the first move. And then now we get back onto the scale. 5, 1, 6. 5, 2, 3, 2, 1. Right, 6, 5. Back up. 6, 1, 2. Back down. 3, 2, 1, 6, 5, 1. I don't have perfect pitch, but I hear I understand the scale. Right? And then it goes again. But actually he's doing this like this. Because he rolled back up. Even though he came down on it, and then you roll back up. Basically, you doing 5, 6, 1, 2, 5. It's a song, yeah. I told you I could write stuff, yeah. Anyway, let me stop all this foolishness. And the major 7 move on the 1. And he's using the D major 7 chords. I told y'all all these chords in the book. That's why I can find them and I know where they're at because I'm like, oh, okay, we're going to chapter number 4. Double up. Just in this case, because of the run, we had to put it in one hand. And then it comes back. Okay, what's the first run before that actually? Because you had to hit the first round before that run. So the first one. Alright, so, and because he's doing that first run, it's the scale. 6, 7, 1, 6, 6, 7, 1, 7, because he's going 7, 1, 7. So 6, 7, 1, 7, 1, 7. And then it then goes with the run coming off of it. And then you come back. 1, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Oh, skip the 4, I'm sorry. You skip in the 4 and you go to the 3, 2, 1. That's how you're going to get at it. Something like that. Alright, and that's how it kind of ended like that. So, now the beginning. So I take a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's a scale again. This time you started on the 4. Alright, so in this chorus that we play, alright, maybe not to the new beginner blues musicians, but maybe somebody who's been playing for a little while, we might call us intermediate level or even advanced level. But you get the idea that we're playing a minor 7 with a flat 5. And then you're playing the major 7. Now both of these chords is in my book. The very first book and the very first book. Right? Y'all didn't think I was a masterpiece of figuring this out, right? So I figured it out. What musicians are playing, and I said, let me just make a book and create a book with chords in it so that we can learn how to play these chords. Same chord, different bass line. Same chord, but to the same bass line. And that's the only difference was when the beginning, down, because it's going on the 3. While the left hand is solo on the 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so the left hand is solo on the 3. Yeah, so that's that minor 7. F sharp minor 7, flat 5. And you can, if you want to, you can play the major 9 or the major 7. My fingers want to play the 9 because you're just adding the 2. Alright, so that's all he's doing. Alright. Then he did the run, the same chord on that he just played a second ago. He just came to the 4 now and did the run. My hands are cold, y'all better be lucky it's cold today. I'm cold actually. And we're doing that on the 4. I'm like, oh. And then solo. 7, 3. And he's gonna play the opposite chord that he had on the last when we first started. This time we're gonna go up, down, same chords. Oh yeah, same chord, y'all. All right, then he's gonna go to the 4, do that. That's just me saying I think he's playing a B major chapter 2, E major chapter 2, and then the secret sauce chord chapter 5. And my left hand is probably going to more than likely play an E chord on the bottom, on the 4 and the E. And let's see how that matches. Look, one bass line. There it is. So E, B to E, back to E, back to B. Because you kind of like, sliding into it. Not like you slide into it. I wish my Leslie would switch. The secret sauce chord, y'all, you gotta practice this. It's in all 12 keys. All that stuff. He going to the 4. What I like about what he's doing here, a musician's doing here, is playing different chords on the 1, different chords on the 2, different chords on the 2 up, different chords on the 2, or 3, I'm sorry, and the 4, and the 4 up, the 5 up, the 6, the 7 up, 7. And he's doing different chords every time around. He's not playing the same chord. He's changing up a little bit. It might sound the same, but he's doing it a little bit differently every single time. So in the beginning, it's round 1, 3, up. Then he's gonna come back and hit you with the run. We're on the 4. And we're gonna play another chord later on. Then we're gonna go to 7, 3, and watch what he do on the 4. Another chord movement. What? Alright, you're gonna keep doing this throughout the song or throughout the movement he's doing. I guess you could say talk music or whatever, but that makes it fun because you're not playing the same exact thing. You're gonna keep changing up so your listeners will suspect that you're gonna play that same chord again, but you're not. You're actually going to improvise or do it a different way, some kind of way. Alright, so let's hear the rest. That's the 2 up. Now we're gonna play another chord on the 2. 2 up, plus 2, or drop 2, whatever y'all wanna call it. And go to the 2. Tritone in the major chord, chapter 2, chapter 8, chapter 2, chapter 8, 2, chapter 8, 2. You gotta get the book. Alright, to master the chords, you gotta learn your chords. Then he's doing this little, it's the A chord because he was here. He was on the A chord. And then he's got the A chord. And he's gonna use this little scale like that E scale or whatever y'all wanna call it, some type of minor E scale or whatever y'all wanna call it, but anyway. Alright, so alright, so with both hands doing it and press it into the chord A, now pressing a scale together. But, okay, I forgot to say this. So the left hand would have been doing a little bit of this. That's what the left hand would be. My right hand is going to be doing. What? My left hand is going to do this. Let's do it like this. Why the left and right is doing this? Land me on the 5. Think of the right hand doing that. It's gonna stop there. Well, actually, right there. Imagine me doing it with both hands now. Now, because I understood holding down the A chord is going to allow me to move the finger now. Okay? Because we're on the 2. Now here comes that little run up or walk up, or y'all run up, or you want to call it. That's why he's doing it quickly. Because we're holding the A chord down. You gotta be quick. Because what's happening is this finger is gonna eventually be here. And it makes me play a partial with the E chord and the A chord together. And if you add the 7. Oh, yeah, that's what I said too. Oh, because once I move the finger, there's no need for me to hold that C sharp there no more. Now it's on. And that means the right hand already should be moving, should have past been moving right now. Here. I'm already chording it. So that's when he did it so fast. Now, if I can't get it together, then it's no big deal of just playing the scale individually. You still gonna get the job done one way or another. Cheat it out a little bit. As long as you get to that your last chord, if you can't quite capture that, but he's holding the chord down. And that's what's happening. That's what, so that was a little bit of a challenge there for sure. Another 4. Let me do it back down here because I gotta get back up here later on. But another 4 and another 3. Tritones, I told y'all all day. And your secret sauce chord. And that 7, that major 7 with the sharp 5. I told y'all earlier in the book. What? Okay, and this is the next move. Tritone again. time just going from the 2 down to the 1 up. 1, 2, 1 up. 2, 1 up. So basically going from the 2 down to the 1 up. So guess what we're going back to, y'all? Then we'll go right to that. So then, and then now we're gonna go to a 2, another chord on the 2. Let's see how we're gonna force that. Almost similar to the other one, but not quite, because he's doing the minor. And we're using E chord to do that. And then go. That's the next move. And that's on the 1. So after you done that, you know. Alright, then we're gonna go 3, 4. I'm sorry, 3, 4 up. I think I heard the bass going 6 up to the 7. Alright, so that's the move here. So let's get at it. I forgot what I'm saying. Okay, so what the pedal's gonna be doing after the 1, 3, 4. So it's going while I'm still holding that 1 chord, but we're gonna play the same chord we played on the 2. We put it on the 4. What? Yeah. But the difference is in my left hand, instead of me playing the E chord, y'all, I'm playing the minor chord, C sharp minor chord. And I might flavor it up. You kind of already heard that early on when we do it. But we use the E chord, remember? But this time I'm going to use the minor chord. Which we're about to get to in a minute. So he's going this move here, back to the same chord. And then we walk up, bump, so 3, 1, 3, 4, and then that's when you're gonna hear him doing it. Okay, and the next move is. That's when you go. That is, like I said, 3, 4 up, sharp 4, or yeah, I want to call it sharp 4, I'll call it 4 up, 6 up to the 7. Alright, now, yes, y'all, every chord is in the book. This musician may address things differently. I wonder why I'm not able to hear what I'm doing. Oh, there. Wait. Let's see. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out what mic I have on. Okay. Alright. So every chord is in the book. Like I said, this is your preacher chord, the 13th sus chord. Then this is your minor 9, B flat minor 9, and then this your bottom. I forgot what I said the name of this chord was. E flat something. Okay, so and he's using the tritone with the A major chord. Chapter number 2, tritone chapter 8 or 18. In my book, I told y'all it's structured where the musicians got to be using this structure, in my opinion, or I call it my formula. They got to be using these chords in the formula. Because you know, I studied this for a long period of time, and I'm trying to figure out what is they actually really doing musically wise. I studied it and I said, wait a minute, okay, So, will I be hearing tritones in this move? For sure. Will I hear the secret sauce chord? For sure. We call it the same 7/4 chord. Will I be hearing some sus chords? Probably for sure. Will I hear some major moves in the move? Yes. Or major sevenths in the move? Yes. And I start to do what I call a process of elimination. When I'm doing this process of elimination, y'all, is it's either you gonna hear major moves, minor move, maybe, augmented move, dominant chord, maybe, diminished seven, the major seven, and sus two, sus four, 7/4 chord, and some tritone. And sure enough, as I keep saying, when I'm listening to it, I'm like, wait a minute, where am I listening to? That tritone. Okay, what's the next tritone? What's the next move I'm listening for? Minor. What's the next move I'm hearing? What? Major seven. What's the next move I'm hearing? Minor. At the F sharp to it is a F sharp minor 7 flat 5. I know what that sound like. Okay. Is there a diminished in there somewhere? I haven't really played a diminished move yet. Not that I know of yet. So far. So I'm just saying I do this process of elimination, and I did this in many videos over and over and over, like Don appreciate over and over and over. You're gonna make thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. You're gonna buy homes all over the world. Y'all remember Don LaPree back in the day? I don't know if he's still alive, but anyway, yeah, you're gonna hear repetitive stuff being done, and you do a process of elimination. Is he playing a minor move right there? Is that an augmented move? With the 7? You know what I'm saying? With the 9 maybe? You know, he's gonna be playing some sus chord. He's gonna play the sus 4 move. And will there be a sus 7 sus 4 chord for sure? And just what I'm listening for. That's the reason why I wrote the book that way, because I'm thinking these guys are playing stuff that we all can figure it out or learn to figure out how to do it. All right, and playing these major nines, which I took y'all to the chapter 9 in the first book. They say, hey, okay, you gonna be. Y'all remember when I did my little thing? I just told y'all what it was. Because I'm on the bass line right now. It's the C minor 9/11 chord. But without the bass line, y'all, it's an E flat major 9 transpose. Y'all just heard me play that chord 2 seconds ago. Y'all just heard me doing it 2 seconds ago. Literally, that's the chord I'm playing right now. What? Yes. Y'all just heard me doing this one. Y'all heard me doing this one too. 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 And now, okay, this is the diminished move. Y'all heard me doing this stuff? Right? Y'all like, oh, come on, y'all. Stop playing, y'all. Minor. Major. Major. Secret sauce chord. What? Tritone with the major chord. What? I know y'all hearing this. I hear it. All right. I don't know what I can do to convince y'all, but I'm telling y'all, I'm like, that's how I'm doing it. I'm like, okay, let me create my own little formula, and let me see if my formula is going to tell me what's going on. Yes, I'm following the bass line. The bass line is also going to tell the story, too, to where we going, and that's very helpful to know where your bass line is. And when you learn the bass line, you kind of almost get an idea, oh, okay, I know we about to do this. We about to do this move here. That was that preacher go. Can I get it when it's in C sharp? The 1. That's the 13 sus chord in the book. I can't tell you how it's in the book. My 13 sus chords in the book, all 12 keys. And then when you take it to the 5, 1, 5. I'm like, oh. Then went to the minor chord. B flat minor 9. Alright, hold on. diminished. That would have fit too. Yes, the diminished. Because you know 2 tritones create diminished. I could have said that too. Yes, but that wasn't the voicing. It was close. Very close. But it's A. Not diminished. It's close. But if I kept listening to him, I'm like, wait, diminished or major? You hear that? There's a big difference with that diminished and this major. That's what made my ear hear that. Diminished and then the A. That's what made my ears hear it differently. I said, wait a minute. You actually could get away with doing both of them, the G and the A actually. Station identification with that diminished move. You actually get away with both of them actually, you know. But it would be an overkill in my opinion because of the G to G. So to make it define, I guess, A. Yeah. So yeah, I'm like, what? Okay, now we'll just see what this drop. I know y'all hear that bass drop. The bass gave it away. It's the same chord I just played. Now we gonna put it on the what? The E on the 1. The F sharp minor 7. Now we put that on the D bass. And then we put that well, I'm gonna say C with the D major chord. Mixed 2 mixed major chords. Transpose down to B flat, the same thing. And then secret sauce chord with the power chord on the A, the 4, and then the 1. So I was like, oh! Okay, listen, y'all. The left hand and the right hand, I'm playing the major 7. The right hand, I'm playing the major chord. Root. Now we heard the different 4. Y'all heard it earlier. I'll do it again. So we're going 1, 6 up, 4 up. No, with E, 5 up. My bad, right? 5 up. Then 4 up. A different 4 up. I told you every time around he came with a different chord and a different movement on the 4 and 1. So after all of this, now we're gonna go to the 4. Y'all heard that earlier. But we bringing it up on the board. Same thing from earlier. 2, 4 to the 3. Now I'm supposed to be doing this down lower because what he gonna do later on at the upper board. Y'all know we should hear that next. The preacher chord. I told y'all. Watch. We heard 2 different preacher chords. We heard the 13 sus4 D flat or C sharp because we're in E. And then he's gonna put it on the 2. Let's try 13 sus chord. Alright, these chords is in the book. So oh Lord. Now, I have a choice to do the tritone or go to the A chord in the left hand. I've been doing with the tritone. But it's A chord. And then bottom. Alright. All that is tritone. Using the outside chord. You can say the sus, or you can say the major, or you can just say the outside minor, but it's just the outside of whatever you want to say. If I'm thinking E flat, I would have said 1-5. Alright, but you tritone it, F tritone, coming up to the F sharp tritone there, that's when you're going to hit. Hello?
Yeah, what you doing?
Nothing.
You feel better?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on my way home taking a shower to go get my hair done. I left early. Good luck. They'll figure it out.
Alright.
Get it down?
Yep.
Yeah, good luck. They'll figure it out. Take care. Good luck.
Alright.
Adios. Take care.
Alright. She's checking on me, make sure I'm okay. Alright. Let me hurry up before she get home. Alright. But this is how I do it, y'all. Bisons practice, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And that's what I do. So I'm going back to my program and program my brain to now go to my stuff that I have transcribed many years back and start smashing on it step by step. Y'all catch me in my real practice, stuff like that. So if I can do it at all moments 100 years old, halfway through 100, or actually a little bit close to 100, y'all can do it too. And of course, y'all probably hear me doing some extra stuff. Well, wait a minute, unless I tell y'all I'm doing that, but right now, do it again. No. My brain want to go. But right. So adding chords to my repertoire. Somebody said, "Don't run out of talk music." Right. So here's my stuff I'm doing. Alright, let me get to the next move. What was the next move after that? Da 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 da. Then I go. Let me see. Da. And then I think I'm going. Let me see. Hold on. Da. Wait, huh? Forgot how I played it. Let me see. Hold up. And then D sharp. Nope. Okay. How am I doing this? Hold on. No. Hold on. Let me see. I'm saying, okay. I get faster once I realize what I'm doing. Okay, okay. Da, da, da. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so. What? Oh no. Okay. Okay. I like to figure out how many times I did that. So after this, then I'm doing a minor drop. Minor 7 flat 5 drop. So let me do that whole thing again. No. Okay, so I got that knocked down. Let me see what's my next move after that. Then I go A flat. Ooh, okay, what's going on with A flat? Oh, okay, that's nasty. A flat. Nope. Oh. Nope. Nope. The F and then E flat, okay. Okay, let's see. Alright, so let me get that whole thing. What's the other one? Oh, the next one. I'm sloppy with it. Sit down. Let me get a hook. See, I'll start getting memorizing it at some point. Go that way. Good. Then my drop move. Yeah. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. All the chords is in the book, literally. Because basically I just transpose it. And then do that drop. Yeah. Then. Da, 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 da. Bring me right back to the top. Now, I might mess around. You know? I'm gonna do this now. I'm gonna add it to. I want to just transpose it. Now take me somewhere else now. See, I told you. Alright, so that's me messing around with my own stuff. You know I can do all the move. I can do all the inversions if I wanted to, so you know. I want to do that. And get ready to do that drop. So I can do all that stuff, right? Because I understand the versions, but when I practice my own little thing or anything in general, I try to stay with it, you know. Try to stay with it, you know. Try to stay with it. That's where we stop it right there. Oh. And then we stop here. So that's when we kind of stop there, right? And then I take a break for, let's say, give myself a head break. Cause I get bored. I like to keep moving, and grab some more ideas. Let me see, was I done with this one? I think I was done. That was a 22 chord progression that I created on my own, right? So, now, practice it up here. Hold up. Yeah. What was the other part? I made this up. So now I have the idea to pull out the drawbars and go in on it. I can do all this other stuff, but who's teaching me how to do this? Me! I'm messing around with the 10. And I can do other stuff. Just remember, beginner musician, start, do a little bit, and that's how you grow. Right? Don't get frustrated, and you know, I know that's probably easy said and done. Cause believe it or not, cause I was frustrated when I first was doing it, and all I had was. I didn't know what to do with that. And then later on, you know, now I can do it a little different. Now I can do it differently from where I used to do it from before. Alright? And that only came from over time, like, oops! Oh, I didn't know I could do this! Oh, I didn't know I could do this! All right, those all grew over on me over a period of time by trial and error. Right, they grew on me by trial and error. It was like, oops, snap, okay, snap, okay, all right, cool. And then here I am, kind of getting there, right? Not all the way there, but I'm getting there, right? So that's what music is all about. Take one thing at a time, and then when I do stuff, if it's a mistake, it might work in my favor later. Maybe. And you develop your own style. Alright, just grab chords. My wife used to say, man, you need to practice this song, blah, blah, blah. And we get up and sing it on a Sunday, and she'd be like, did you practice? I'm like, nope. She'd be like, how are you able to play the song? My secret. I have my own secret. It's in the book. I gave y'all my secret. It's in the book. I'm doing it. She give me something to listen to. I'm like, I ain't listening to that foolishness. Just get up there and sing, and I do it. I'll play it in my own way. And somehow it worked out. She was trying to get me to. Actually, she didn't ask me to do the song. She actually was singing it, and I said, okay, she trying to make a point. What was the name of it, actually? Never played it in my life, y'all. When I tell y'all something I ain't never played in my life, I ain't never played it in my life. Okay, so a few days ago, actually about a week ago, several days ago, she kept singing this song. Of course, I'm here in the house. She know I can play a little, but she tried to give me the hint. So she keeps singing the song. First, she sings a little low, like okay, I ain't hearing her. And then she gets loud, and I'm like, okay, she's trying to make a point. What's she trying to say? She's never asked me to learn the song, but she's making a point, and I already know where we're going with this. So I'm like, okay, you sing the song. So one day I decided, I think I texted her and I said, hey, what's that song you? No, actually I called her. I said, what's the song you keep trying to sing or something? So she was saying, something. And sometimes she sings a song she doesn't know what the title is. She just starts singing it. But so anyway, I go look it up and let me see if I can even remember what it was. Never played it in my life. Now I can't play it on YouTube or any of the social media because I might get a strike for it. But I'll give you what it is. All right. Let me find out if I can remember even what the song was. But yeah, she was giving me the hint. And so I was like, I think it's called I Trust in God. So I decided, while I was listening to her, I'm like, oh, okay, she kept saying, I trust in God. And my vocal tone is C. I trust in God. Never played this song in my life. I trust in God. Let me play my song. And then whatever the words are. Never played this song in my life. Never played a song in my life. That's my point. Alright, so okay, let me go listen to it because she kept singing it. So let me see if she gonna sing it kind of correctly, but she didn't know all the words, but she knew some of the words. So I can't let y'all hear it, but I'm gonna listen to it. I don't know all the words. So I click onto it, and sure enough, I was like, okay. Whatever voice you want to use. Okay, y'all know we gonna throw our mix in at the end of the day. So I said, oh, never heard that song before. Never played that song before. Can I play that song? How am I doing it? Well, chapter number 1. Or I can use my sus chord in chapter number who? 5. Minor chord, chapter 3. What inversion I'm gonna use? F chord. Chapter 2, y'all. On my secret sauce chord. And the minor 9, or minor 7 and 11. Whatever voice you want to use. I don't know the word. I trust in God, my Savior. Whatever the words. I don't know the words. I'm just making up words right now. That's probably the words he's singing. But anyway, never played this song in my life, y'all. Can I do it? Yes, it's in the book. The chords are in the book. So when you hear the music, go to the book. Reference the chords that I placed in the book. They're in there all day long. Like all day. Alright? Get your copy now. Alright? Edition number 1. Whether you want the hard cover or the paperback or the digital download. This is my second book that just came out. September 5th, 25th, 26th for the ebook and 25th for the paperback. And my hardcover just hit the market on the 15th of this month. Whoop, whoop. Alright, so get your copy and also the digital download as well. Alright, over at Bishop Tracy Clark Hot Chords INF. Yeah, go over there and grab your copy. Amazon has the hardcovers, has the physical copies. I wasn't going to get into me having to manufacture my books personally. That could be a lot of work, headaches, and stuff like that. Of course, it could be extra costly. Now, I do have another company that I am looking into that I may go that route. And yeah, go that route other than just using or going through Amazon. Now, however, Amazon is not the only company that has my books out there. Actually, another company had stepped in through the publishing company that I had published the book. It's called Draft. Oh, I always get it mixed up. I think it's called Draft Digital or Digital Draft, I think, too. And what this company does, I give them a small fee, very small fee. And what they do is they filter my books out to the entire world. Not nation. People say nationwide is on my side, but worldwide, meaning it's in Russia, China, Afghanistan. My book is basically all over the world, basically. So it's just not here in the United States of America. My book has filter in the various places all over the world. It is published to 16 publishing companies. I will read off some of them, but um, large companies and things like that nature. So Amazon is not the only place where you will find my book at. It's also going to be published at other larger companies in the world. So that has already. I thought I saw an email yesterday, I think, from Draft. If I'm saying it correctly, Draft 2 or something like that. I think I saw it yesterday, or was it the day before? What they do is they send me a email letting me know the status as to where my books has 100% published, and I don't know where I saw that at. Thought I saw it recently. So I haven't read my emails, of course, obviously. So what they do is they like I said, it's a very small fee, and then my books will go to the various different companies. Let me just go to my whatchamacallit faster for me to find it. Let me go to my Photoshop, because I Photoshopped it actually. So let's see the line. So I'll tell you all of the companies. So it's Draft 2 Digital. That's what it's called. Draft 2 Digital. It's a marketing company that markets my book other than Amazon. Amazon is just not the only #1 top publishing company out there in the planet. But the publishing companies that my book has already published to and has so far completed for my gathering October 1st. But because my hard book came out, so I think they'll probably send me another email letting me know that my hardcover has been published through the same company, and then they'll give a date when it's finished, completely published with the rest of these stores and stuff like that. But I'll read off a few: Smashwords, Gardner, Apple. I'm not sure how to pronounce these other one. ODILO. Everend. BorrowBox. Some of these are small. Some of these are large and small. When I say large, small, or medium size, or medium publishing companies that I kind of know of, but some of these I don't know about. VIV, LIO, Kubo, Barnes and Nobles. Anybody know Barnes and Nobles? Fable, if I'm saying that right, like Abel Fable. Baker and Taylor. All right. Marketplace. No, I'm sorry. Palace Marketplace. My bad. And then Cloud Library, Overdrive, and Hoopla. Am I missing one? Hold on. Am I missing one? Hold on. I think it's. Did I count 17 or 16? I must have said. I think it's 16. I don't know if for some reason I'm counting 17. But it gotta be 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 in color. 14, 15, 16. I was right. So 16 places where my book has, both books actually, has published to all these different places around the world, including Amazon. All right. So that's what this company is. I pay a little small fee when I'm having my book created or put together by this publishing company out of Florida. If you guys want a book published, let me know. Hit me up. Hit me up in the DM or DM me or whatever y'all want to call it. I know it's a company out of Florida. So if you guys get want to do books or have some books that you want published, then I get a little credit for my next upcoming books or whatever. Whenever I want to publish my next upcoming book. So if you guys want to go and get your books published, if you have books you need published, if you have need of somebody to publish your book, I know the man the company that can get you done. So hit me up, DM me if you want that information. Then I'll get that to you. And matter of fact, actually, you just called me yesterday or the day before yesterday, and said, "Hey, man, I kind of mentioned this. I had ran across someone. I think it was at my job or somewhere, but they wanted to find a way to get their books published. And so, yeah, this company, they're out of Florida. So if you want to get connected with them, hit me up, DM me if you are trying to write a book and you finished your book and you need your book to be published. Hit me up, and I will link you right over to the man. All right, I'll link you right over to the man who did mine, and get y'all going. All right, let me try to do some more before the honey pull up. But so I'll go over this a few more times. This time I'm gonna kind of turn it upside down and see if I can memorize what I did. But yeah, if you're trying to write a book or you finished writing your book and you're ready to publish it, DM me and I'll hit you up with the guy to get you going. Hey, let's see. I added this. Okay, let me not add that to that because that wasn't on paper. So I went to the men's booth and then down. Okay, that was with there. Okay, all right. So that's what I do, y'all. I practice my own stuff too, so don't get it twisted. There's somebody out there thinking I'm only just sitting here smashing on other musicians' ideas. That's not true. I have my own stuff that I do as well, a lot. And then all I do is I just listen to some other stuff and I just try to incorporate it. And I just incorporate the moves here, near, or there, alright? If I see fit that I want to put it there, then I know, oh, in the middle of the situation, bam, I'm going to try this move right here, bam, 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 bam. Alright? And that's how you want to be as a musician. You find an idea, you hear something, try it. You know when we're trying it. So let me try this again. And I try to mess around with my draw bars, if I want it bright, mellow, or if I want it bright. That wasn't it, but I just do it. Alright, and I talked about that on a previous video, how I strengthen my speed on the pedals, by putting on the click track and put some shop music on and kind of... Alright, and then speed it up. Alright, and that's how I'm able to get my speed now. That's how I got my speed, right? Alright, from just doing that little exercise, shout music. Alright, and so if you guys got a little, my wife called it the beater. Y'all got a beater, the beater. I don't know why she be calling it the thing, the beater. You bringing the beater to church? What? Like, woman, this is not beater. Make sure you bring the beater to church. What? What are you talking about, the beater? Bring the beater. Bring the machine. She be cracking me up with that. Let's see. Yeah, get rid of that. And that is 157 BPM. But generally, like I said, I would start that out really slow, all right, and yeah, and just have fun doing it. 123. legs burning for sure. So I'll pick one of these tracks as, you know, and just have fun with it. Let me see. You know, and then just pick something that's gonna be, you know, fun to. My legs burning. All right. But yeah, but I will start off slow and beef it up, all right, over a period of time, and then eventually over a period of time, then, you know, I'm gonna feel that speed, y'all, for sure. I promise y'all. My legs might be burning. It helps. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It do help. Now I can do the slider. Alright, little slide up. It do help, I ain't gonna lie. That working your legs out, your feet, your speed. And I'm hitting every note. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, or heel, heel. Then I gotta go up toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe. Now if the beat is rapidly going faster, then unfortunately the toe is gonna be the one that's gonna do all pretty much the work. Occasionally the heel will come down, but because the faster you're going, the toe is like, the heel can't get there fast enough sometimes. And it also depends on how how our body's shaped around the keyboard too, how close, how far back, how we sit too. Make it do. I've seen musicians sit back to them playing like this, and it's kind of, you know, I can't play that way, but you know, I guess I can. I gotta sit up and do all this moving. Lean. I got the lean. Lean forward, lean back, lean sideways. Alright, so anyway, that will be my project, y'all, is to start and get to the finish line. Whoop, boy, I'm playing that. To start, whatever you want to start. Get the book. That's your start, right? Because that's where I'm grabbing the chords from. Mighty Nine. Tritone with the mixer was flat five. Mighty Nine all day. Me, y'all heard me doing it? What's that chord? I think I'll stop here. And I think I hear it. Oh, I think that's why I stopped at. All right, so you see, I do a little bit of this, a little bit. Whoop. I remember draw myself in. And I'll go so far with whatever. I think the other part y'all didn't hear was this part. I think y'all only heard me go to this part where I stopped at. Let me see. Then you're supposed to go do this. And then the rock. Hold on. That's where y'all didn't hear that part of it. Alright. But there's a point where I stop and say, okay, cool. My goal is when I'm learning something like whatever it is, my goal is to try to learn half of whatever it is and then come back and finish up the other half of whatever it is. Especially when it's a lot. That's funny. That's funny that I even pulled it right to that part. That was sloppy, but I understand. I know what the grunge is. And then he comes out. Oh, hold on. Back to the score. And then that chord. And then here you go. Now this time you do the. And then you heard it earlier. Alright, so the first run. So we go up. And then right, so you go on. Alright. Alright, so you're doing that. And then the run. I'm terrible. I'm not a runner. So y'all gotta excuse me, but I would definitely try to snap it up and get it together. But So, now if I didn't know how to do that run, as long as I hear that F, because I knew he was going from F to G. But it's a chord, y'all. It's the minor chord with the tritone. D minor chord with the tritone. But he's connecting it as a run. And the C major. And then now we're playing the F major with the F major 7 with the flat 5. F major 7 with the flat 5. F major with the flat 5. Alright, so F major 7 with the flat 5. And then all this is a scale. Come back up. Woo, fire, y'all. So I do so much until I'm like, okay, time out. So yeah, so what's the next? In the book. It's in the book. I'm like, I don't know how I can convince y'all, but it's in the book. Every chord, because I put it in the book. This is the, technically, y'all, this is the minor 11 with a flat 5. Just voicing it with using the secret sauce chord when we technically can use the E sus2 chord, or we can use the E major chord. We're doing inversions, y'all. Inversion. Inversion. It's in the book. In the book. In the book. And even David Jackson played that move in his song. Well, how I get there. I love you. I love you forever. That's how we get there. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get there. I think it's when we're doing this one. Yeah. Here it comes. The same chord. And that same chord here, too. He uses that same movement. I'm like, oh, man. Snap. Alright. So, yeah. He also used that idea, too. I have to play this on the organ. I told you the same chords, y'all. I love you forever, bottom. I had to learn the bass line on this stuff. There's the same chords from the other stuff. The same doggone chords. Doggone chords. I ain't cussing y'all. Dog, like D-O-G. Good dog. Gone. G-O-E. G-O-N-G. G-O-N-E. Doggone. We're going to take the E off. Doggone. The same chords. I'm like, oh. But there's some stuff I have to modify because you can't really play it almost the same way. I might have to maybe omit the left hand. Let's see. See, if I would play this. Remember that chord from earlier? Remember this? That same chord. Whether it's on the 3 or the 4. Same chord. Alright. I'm gonna learn it. I'm probably trying to figure out how to do it on the organ. But it's a little different feel on the organ. I have to do it there. Do what I did. Okay, my wife is here. Alright, she's cooling up, but I'll catch y'all later. I don't want her. She go, hey, you gonna learn this song for me? No! No. 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 Alright, y'all, let me go greet my honey bunny. Man, I did enough. Y'all have a great day, great afternoon, evening, morning, wherever you're at in the world. Don't forget, grab your copy. For those who already got yours, you already know. What up? Peace and love and cornbread. Whoop, whoop. Can I get a woo, woo?